Today I'd like to talk about the importance of feed intake and fertility in dairy cows and introduce you to the results of a recent survey we conducted on 103 of our RMS herds, where we examined the reproductive records of 25,036 cows. 11,621 cows were in 49 herds fed silage made with Power Start. The remaining 13,415 cows were in 54 herds that were fed silage that was not made with Power Start. The average herd size of the Power Start fed herds was 237 cows and 248 cows in the herds that weren't fed Power Start made silage. And we discovered a day's open difference between these two groups of herds of 10 days. So the cows fed Power Start treated silage had an average calving to conception interval of 125 days against 135 days in the non-Power Start fed group. And we found this difference to be statistically significant, meaning that the result was unlikely to have arisen by chance effects and indicating that the effect was true and genuine. The explanation of this improvement in fertility between these two groups of cows we believe may lie in the improved palatability and therefore improved feed intakes of the cows fed Power Start treated silage. Fertility of dairy cows is of course directly linked to the energy status of the cow, and this in turn is linked to her feed intake, so we would expect cows that eat more to be in better energy balance than cows that eat relatively less. Research into the factors influencing the fertility of dairy cows tells us that cows that are pregnant by 110 days in milk have been eating on average in excess of 4% of their body weight per day as dry matter, or 24 kilograms of dry matter for a 600 kilogram cow. We also know from this research that cows were twice as likely to be not pregnant by 110 days in milk if they ate less than 3.5% of their body weight per day as dry matter. So for cows eating less than 3.5% of body weight as dry matter per day, there is a much greater risk of them not being pregnant by 110 days in milk. 1% of body weight for a 600 kilogram cow is 3 kilograms, so 0.5% of body weight is 1.5 kilograms, and we have seen in feeding trials that Power Start treated silages have stimulated feed intakes by up to 1 kilogram per cow per day in dry matter. So we believe it is likely that for many cows the extra kilogram of feed intake potential of feeding Power Start treated silages is likely to be sufficient to push them beyond the crucial threshold of consuming 3.5 to 4% of their body weight per day as dry matter. This does all assume, of course, that the feed is available for the cows to consume ad lib and they have access to feed all day round, and especially high quality forages which are critical to good fertility performance. Feeding is of course an expensive component of dairy herd economics, so what is the likely return to a herd from treating silages made with Power Start? The current value of a day open can be calculated to be worth between £2 and £5 per cow per day at current milk and feed prices, so an improvement of 10 days is worth £20 to £50 per cow per year, which makes the investment in Power Start a very worthwhile investment in any herd.